former senior national representative of Afghanistan to U.S. Central Command, and he's worked in different capacities for the Afghan government. Thanks so much for being with us. I mean, it really is a shocking breach of security, and it's almost renders it, hard to believe that the government and security forces actually have any control if militants can facilitate the escape of so many prisoners that should have been more closely guarded than anyone else really in the country.
Well, thank you very much, Andrea, and pleased to be with you in your very good program. As you mentioned, yes, this is unfortunate that we are witnessing after 20 years of investment, state building in Afghanistan, that you see the situation, especially the security situation, deteriorating across Afghanistan, and the most recent case that we see in Jalalabad. But I think this particular attack is as a result of an alliance and close cooperation between the Haqqani network and the Daesh ISIS-K in Afghanistan. Because without the cooperation of the Haqqani network, which is a vicious, very toxic wing of the Taliban, I don't think that the Daesh, which are predominantly, the remnants of Pakistani Taliban, which were pushed back in 2014 as a result of the Pakistani military operations in the frontier, they would be able to attack these urban targets with this kind of capability and sophistication.
Right. I'd like you to expand on that a little further. You heard what Bilal, our correspondent, was saying there in Kabul. Is there a real danger here, though, of these militant groups, all of them across Afghanistan, whose ideologies are very much aligned, though they've acted separately in the past? Are they perhaps finding that they have strength in numbers and that they should cooperate even further to achieve their ultimate goals in Afghanistan? And, if the Afghan government can't manage security now, where will they be left if these groups do manage to merge forces?
Well, they are cooperating as we are speaking. They are cooperating on the ground, and there is no doubt about it that IS and Al Qaeda too, because there was a recent United Nations report that Al Qaeda is active in at least 12 provinces of Afghanistan. But particularly with Daesh, since 2016 and 17, there has been an alliance of cooperation between the Haqqani group and the Daesh to target hard and soft targets across Afghanistan. Because remember, the Haqqanis, as I mentioned, they have been fighting the Afghan and coalition forces for the last 2 decades. They have experience, they have the capabilities, they are very familiar with urban areas. So they are giving or providing the information and intelligence to Daesh to stage these spectacular attacks. It has happened in Kabul, it has happened in Mazar-e-Sharif in the north, and it has happened in the western city of Herat. So this is not the first time that Daesh is striking a major Afghan city.
Sure, but
without.
If they are merging and the Taliban is involved in this, doesn't this all render the so-called peace process, these peace talks with the Taliban, doesn't that render those talks just farcical?
Yes, exactly. To be honest, as Bilal mentioned, the Afghan government is right now blaming the Taliban, which is, which they have to, of course, as I mentioned. The Haqqani network is a very potent wing of the Taliban. And there are some speculation that the Taliban, core shuras or major councils don't have any significant influence to deter the group or to tell them disassociate with these groups. But that, I think, is not the case since, way before the 2014, there was this alliance between not only Daesh and Al Qaeda, between the Haqqani network, but in recent years we see close cooperation with ISIS, which of course As I mentioned, the Afghani network is a very potent wing of the
Right.
Taliban, and Sarah Afghani being the deputy of the current Taliban council.
Okay,
So the
Ahmad
blame
Murid.
goes to the Taliban for right reason.
Ahmad Murid Partaw, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you, though, so much for joining us there from Florida. We really appreciate it.